Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shells, dead slicers, peasants, vassals, minions. I'm a useful idiot. Welcome. And today I want to go back to Syria and or Iraq, or if you prefer, the Caliphate. And we have this faux coalition forming, and it just seems to be somewhat comical in some respects. So now we have the Arab nations, and now Saudi Arabia actually is confirmed as having participated in airstrikes. So we have Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, and the U.S., of course, and then we added the Netherlands and France, and now we have Denmark, Belgium, and the U.K. And we pretty much knew the U.K. would jump in there at some point. They're always jolly good with a new fight. And so there we have it. There's this new coalition. So France has now had their second airstrike, I understand. And so now, and I also understand that Australia, I think Australia is going to be voting soon to join in airstrikes. And so the so-called Five Eyes nations, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, the U.S. and Canada will probably all be joining in at some point. So heads up, Canada. I would imagine at some point you will be joining this vast global coalition against ISIS. And so, of course, the question that has to be asked is the United States obviously has ample forces and can coordinate all these airstrikes. And so this is all symbolic, and I'm sure a lot of pressure was put on a lot of these countries to contribute or participate, even in just sort of an obligatory way. But who knows? I mean, as the United States officials seem to indicate, this could go on for years, and it seems like the Eurozone is preparing for this to go on for years. So who knows? We could see nations continue to line up and participate in this. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch. Who is next? So then let's get to the results. There's been mixed results with these airstrikes. There's a lot of press that's saying that the airstrikes have had no effectiveness, but we've also seen reports on the ground that say that in fact they have. And in fact today apparently the border town of Rabia has been retaken by the Kurds, and so that as a result of a combination of things, but includes U.S. airstrikes. And I also understand there's some relief going on, airstrikes, U.S. airstrikes and Arab coalition airstrikes in the Kobani region for some relief there for this ISIS siege that's going on there. But the most unfortunate thing that's kind of unfolded right now is the fact that the United States has chosen to go after all opposition except for whatever pockets of Free Syrian Army forces are still there. I'm sure a lot of them will be switching back over to the Free Syrian Army after there's been more airstrikes. But the unfortunate thing is now we have confirmation of essentially what were rumors before, that al-Nusra Front and other al-Qaeda elements are reconciling with ISIS for now to resist U.S. forces and Assad. So an interesting turn of events. So there we have it. And then we also have, of course, ISIS had a major offensive in Fallujah in the Anbar province, and so their surge towards Baghdad from all sides continues. And now we're also hearing rumors of further ground troops. I saw one story that suggested that there was something like 13,000 U.S. troops heading to Iraq, to the Tikrit region, but we'll see about that. And then there was also rumors that 600 Australian troops were headed to somewhere around Saudi Arabia or Qatar or the United Arab Emirates as a staging area. So there could be a build-up for some ground troops. Certainly the public has been massaged enough that they're just about ready for it, aren't they? So there we have it. the coalition builds, the war continues, and I'm sure there'll be more fascinating events unfolding by the day. So we'll get that heavy coverage that will put me in direct competition with the likes of CNN. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.